Emancipation is the new film directed by Antoine Fuqua and starring Will Smith and Ben Foster, and it's on Apple TV Plus right now. Or you can go see it in the theater if you like. Yeah, it's the first movie Will Smith is in since the slap heard around the world, and it's interesting how this is his first film back. I don't want to say it's kind of an Oscar bait for sure, right? I mean, it's kind of why these movies are released during this time of year. It's an Apple TV Plus production, or exclusive for Apple TV Plus. And yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna talk really much about the slap and all the controversy that Will Smith has been a part of. I mean, I think everybody already knows what's been going on there. Everything's been said. All the opinions have been let out. At this point, I do just kind of want to watch just to see what he does next. I understand if people don't really want to see him anymore. Yeah, like I said, I just don't really I don't really care to give my opinion on the matter. Patient is a movie based on a true story, as far as I know, about a runaway slave who is forging himself through the swamps of Louisiana, trying to escape the plantation owner that pretty much almost kills him. And he's also trying to get back to his family. It is during the time that the North has, declared, or Abraham Lincoln has declared the slaves free. So we're in that era of the slave, and I will say this right off the bat: Will Smith does a great job. He does an amazing job. This is one of his better. It's interesting. These two past performances have been, he's had these accents, and I actually think I like him better in King Richard, the movie that he did last year, the movie that he won the Oscar for. Um, I liked him a lot more in that, and I like that movie a lot more. Emancipation, yeah, Will, as good as he is, and as well of an actor, as an amazing of an actor as he is, he should have just done Django. He should have done Django a long time ago, when the offer was right there. It's interesting looking back at that, because he was offered Django. The part was his. Quentin Tarantino wanted him to be Django, and there's interviews out there, and there's that roundtable discussion that he's in with Samuel Jackson and a few other actors, and they ask him. I think the question they asked him was, why he didn't do Django. I don't remember his reasoning too well, but I remember thinking when I watched that interview was he sounds like he's just full of it. I don't understand why he just didn't do it, and I think Samuel Jackson was kind of seeing right through that. The way he was responding to him, the way he was kind of laughing at Will Smith's answers about that situation. It was just interesting. I mean, this is pretty much, I don't want to say it's Django, like another version of Django. There's a lot of differences in it, but I feel like the idea is very similar. You get this runaway slave, Django, he was a freed slave, who was on revenge to find his girlfriend, his wife, or whatever. And here's a lot of the same. He's running away, and a lot of the times when during the time of slavery, when they freed the slaves, a lot of those slaves became part of the army, joined the military to join the war. And he kind of does that. I mean, I don't want to spoil this movie, I guess, but yeah, there's that. And so I just feel like he should have just done Django. It's a much better movie. It was much more well written, better dialogue. Yeah, this felt like The Revenant mixed with some 1917, mixed with Django, and it just didn't work all the way for me, because it felt like we were sold something completely different from what we got. The movie that we got was this action Hollywood movie. It really was. A lot of cliches, a lot of you know what's gonna happen, you know how is it gonna break down. I don't even know if all of this is true. We don't know enough about this character, about this real person. We don't know what he really experienced in the swamps and and all that what was going on. And I feel like there's moments in this where I'm like, I wonder if these things actually happened. I think it's safe to question that. I think it is fair to question that. Um, but yeah, man, it just felt like Will Smith should have just done Django. That's what I kept thinking throughout the whole movie. He should have just done Django. And I mean, I think people will like this. I think it's entertaining, and that's the tough part. Here's the thing: I'm tired of seeing slave movies. I am. Felt like an Oscar bait through and through. This felt like they were just really. I don't know if this is. I don't know if this was. I don't know if the point of this was to tell the story or was to make, or was it to put Will Smith back in good lighting with everybody? And that's the difficult part of this whole journey, this whole journey of the movie. Um, yeah, I just felt I don't want to say let down, but I just didn't really care for this much. I'll say it's a 2 out of 5, barely scratches a 2, just because there is some cool there's some good visuals in this. There's some good scenes. It's well acted again. It's very well acted. Will Smith does a great job. Ben Foster does a good job as well. I mean, you kind of expect what kind of guy he is going to play. He's a crazy dude. um, but yeah, that's pretty much my opinion, man. It's just kind of again, I don't want to say a letdown. It is a letdown, I guess. Just Will Smith is back, but he's back to making this a film that's just kind of mediocre, and I don't know. But yeah, that's what I think. Have you guys seen it? Are you guys gonna check it out? It's on Apple TV Plus. Yeah, I mean, it's the holidays. Hopefully, this doesn't really get you in the holiday spirit at all. But hey, if you're at home watching it, check it out, man. If you're not really doing much, yeah, put it on. See what you guys think. It's definitely a difficult watch. I don't want to see this again. I don't have the need, or the want to watch this again. So that's all I really have. So if you think my opinion sucks, if you like this movie, let me know. Comment. Do what you got to do. I don't know. Yeah, that's all I got. Peace.